Hello guys, welcome once again. This is the next video of Android development, and in this video we are gonna be talking about rating bar. How can you use that in your application and how can you implement that? So let's get started and let's see what we can do with the rating bar. For example, you have your own app or you have your own product and you want the user ratings within your app, uh, and you want to know the reviews of the user about your app or your product, then you got to use this rating bar in your application within your application, and you can adjust the number of stars also. So you can change the basic number of stars. For example, if you want to have 4 stars or 3 stars for your rating, but usually we have 5 stars, so by default it is 5. So for example, if I want 3 stars, you can see these are the 3 stars here, but usually I will go for 5 as usual. So the rating, this thing defines what rating will be appear as the basic rating. For example, if I give here 2 stars will be or will already be covered before the user review. So you can see that 2 stars have been covered. Okay, so the user will decide if he wants to go ahead of that or if he wants to go behind, but 2 stars will be the minimum. If he clicks the submit button, then 2 stars will be the minimum that will you get as a rating. Okay, so the next thing is this step size. How many steps a user is gonna take when he will hover over the stars? Okay, so one. When he will hover, 1 star will be covered. Okay, so when we will run the app, we'll realize that. Okay, so now let's say I want a text, medium text. I will drag it right here somewhere. Okay, okay. So now what's gonna happen that first of all, when the user will select a rating, I will print it out here in the form of the text, and then when he will hit the submit button, I will print it out simply for your understanding. Okay, so let's change this text as rating. Okay, all right. So the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm going to drag a button here, but I will drag it later because right now I'm gonna do something else. So main activity.java is here, so you got to go here, and likewise in the previous video that I have shown you, I have created some variable. So same like that, I will create some variables here: private, static, text view. Yes, you'll be familiar with that if you are following my previous videos. Okay, so now I will give it a variable name as txt underscore b, let's say, and the next variable should be about private static uh, rating bar. We have it here, rating bar. Okay, and rb should be the variable. So now wherever I'm gonna use these two variables, I'm gonna be using this text underscore v and rb. So now let's create a method. Okay, so in this method we'll do what? We'll just simply print out, we'll take the rating and print it out right here, okay, on this text view. So let's do it. Create a method named as public void. Let's name it as rating bar. Okay, and after you create this method, you got to have curly braces, okay, covering that method, and remember that this method will not return anything. And after that you got to use these two variables like this. Okay, so r.id.rating bar, the name of the rating bar is here. That is the thing. Okay, so you can come to relative layout, and you can identify, and simply the second one is the text view, and here you can see that we have used the variable as text view. Okay, so in the first two lines I have just identified the exact rating bar and the text view, and I have integrated or attached with the variables. Okay, so after that, what we are going to do, we are going to use the variable rb dot set on rating bar, set on oops, s is smaller, I think. Yes, set on rating bar change listener, the first one, and inside of that you got to write new, and after new you got to write on rating bar change listener, the very first one. So when you will click on that, automatically it will create a function for you. Okay, so now you can see that it is taking three variables, and it is taking a value from user, which is boolean. Okay, and now what you got to do, you got to write inside of that, because I want to print it out with text view. So I will write here dot set text. Yes. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to convert I need to convert the value of this rating to string, because if I have got to show this value, I need to convert it into string, and the float value of rating will be given to me, but in order to appear it on the activity, I got to convert it into string. I cannot print it out or set text it out with the float. Okay, with the float data type, so I got to convert it into the string. So for that I will write here string dot value of. Okay, and in here I will simply copy paste this variable as let's say rating, I write it. Okay, so now we are done here, and now the last step remains about that we got to pass this method in here in the main activity or in the main content that actually gets executed. So when your activity should appear here, this method should be called as rating bar. Okay, so we also uh, have this method, and let's change the name of the method a little bit, because we also have a built-in class named as rating bar, so we'll name as rating bar uh, listener. Okay, okay, so in here we also change the name listener. So now we are done here. Okay, so this is the void method, and now we go and we'll run our program. Okay, and we'll wait. Okay, so after running your program, after running your app, you will see that directly you have 2 stars already covered, and now if you select a rating like 3 stars, the 3.0 in the float value will appear here, as I have selected the text view as the as the output, right? Okay, so I have not submitted the review yet, and I'm gonna do that in the next part. So I hope you have got this point here completely. And